Today, not only I'll show you how I created this cool, action-packed anime-style composition and this movie poster, but I have an exciting news to share with you all regarding Envato Elements. They are offering a 7-day free trial where you can get access to and try out millions of stock assets just for free. Sounds exciting? It is indeed, but more info on that free trial later. In case you are unfamiliar with Envato Elements, their huge library of stock assets have been an essential part of my creative journey so far. Not only they have premium stock images and 3D assets that I use almost every time for my artworks, but also without their stock video footages and video templates, my YouTube video presentation would have never been the way you see it now. Moreover, the properly licensed music for the background score is a big relief in having a good night's sleep without the fear of a copyright claim. Now if you want to experience the 60 million plus library of creative assets for free, you can use the link in the description section. Still having doubts? Let's get Envato Elements into action and I'll show you how I created this anime poster using elements only from there. Okay, since I'm going with a hero pose, I can choose anything from the many warrior stocks on Envato Elements, but I finalized with this cool anime style girl. After nicely selecting her out, I dropped some high quality photos of destroyed cities to create the midground. Teamed it up with a nice sunset skyline for the background and spiced up the sky with some cloud images again from Envato Elements. Now for the apocalyptic backdrop, I needed some destroyed buildings, and the Envato Elements 3D section came to the rescue. These 3D ruined buildings could be rotated to match the angle and perspective of the scene. Also, they are already cut out and save a huge amount of time. And for some robots that this fighter has destroyed, I again resorted to 3D section and dropped some robots at different angles. Finally, added some smoke and cables to amp up the apocalyptic vibe. By the way, it's no surprise that the background music is also from Envato Elements. You can check them out from the links in the description section if you want. Now it's time for the color grading. I'll let the video run in almost real time so that you can follow, and in the meantime I'll give more info about the free trial. I think Envato Elements is the most affordable stock resource website that you can get out there with so many different categories of templates and stock resources. So it's a good time to try out what they have to offer with the 7-day free trial. If you aren't happy with it and want to cancel, be sure to cancel it before the free trial ends and you won't be charged any money. And for the licenses, you need not to worry, because any project you license within that time will be valid for that licensed project for lifetime. So that's a really cool thing. But I'm pretty sure you'll feel like sticking with Envato Elements as because of their unbeatable value for money proposition. If there is only one subscription that you can afford, this is it. By the way, they are slowly rolling out these features to different countries, so make sure you have it enabled for you before you proceed. You can use my referral link below to check if you have the free trial enabled and sign up for it. Okay, let's speed things up a bit over here. Just as I darkened up the ground, I clipped curves on the robots to make them darker, but also reduced the saturation using hue saturation adjustment layers. Then I took black color and a softened brush and masked off areas on the curves where it would catch some light. This is a reversed approach of adding highlights using the shadow layers. I did the very same thing with the girl. I clipped another curves layer in some dark shades to accentuate the stronger shadows. I quickly clipped some more curves on the overhanging cables and darkened them up. Then added an overall curves and boosted the contrast. Below that, I added a layer in soft light blending mode and dabbed some pale yellow color around the sunset to get some light and bloom effects. Next, I walked a bit on the smoke. I clipped a hue saturation adjustment layer to tone down the strong blue color and then used the lightness slider in it to darken it up at the same time. Then clipped a layer in screen blending mode on the individual smoke layers. and with a pale yellow color, painted some glow from the sunset. At the same time, I painted on the layer mask with black and white to modify the shape of the smokes if needed. For the glow on the katana, I clipped a hue saturation adjustment layer and checked the colorize checkbox, then modified the sliders to get a strong blue tone. I filled the layer mask with black and painted with white on required areas to show the glowing color. I put an additional layer on top of it and set it to hard light blending mode, then painted with some strong blue colors to create a subtle glow effect. I dropped a fire image, changed its blending mode to screen, and clipped a hue saturation layer to turn it to a blue flame. I used the free transform warp tool and the smudge tool to shape it according to my liking. I added another layer in soft light blending mode at the very top and used it to add the blue ambient and reflected light. For the glow on the robot near the katana, I clipped a blue solid color fill layer and changed its blending mode to linear dodge. Then went into its blending options and dragged the left black node in the underlying layer slider to reveal some of the darker details from the underlying layers. I dragged while holding alter options on the keyboard to split the node and make the transition smoother. Then used the layer mask to show the glow on the required areas. I duplicated the previously created blue flame to add some blazing trails on the ground. And used the already mentioned method to add some blue glows and highlights on the closest robot. To make the fight look more convincing, I created some katana slash cuts on the robots. I used parts from a car engine to show the internal machinery. Then around the borders, I painted with some yellow-orange color on layers set to linear dodge and color dodge to create the burning metal. Topped it with some smoke gushing out from the inside. Added some smoke on the destroyed building. Some additional haze on the faraway block and some more bloom around the sunset. Then I leveraged the huge particles library from Envato Elements to add some sparks, dust and some falling leaves. These particles should add more depth to the composition and make it look more interesting. Then I spent some time adding fine details like accentuating the glow on the hair strands and darkening up the sky to make the face stand out better. I also added a reflected light on the face from the bottom. Most likely the sunlight will hit the white dress and cast this reflected light on the face. After spending some more time correcting finer details, here goes the final result. Now that the artwork is done, let's turn it into a movie poster. The first thing we need is some fonts. For that too, let's head over to Envato Elements fonts library and select a nice big font. Let's add the title. How about Izumi no Place, which would translate to Place of Izumi, Izumi being the name of the girl. Pretty animation, right? Now this looks too boring. Let's again open up Envato Elements and search for some text layer style graphic templates. This lava one should definitely fit the place text. Let's download and open it up in Photoshop and add our text inside it. And there you have it. Let's drag it onto our composition. Let's search up a grungy metallic one for Izumi. Once downloaded and opened in Photoshop, let's put the text inside it, drag and drop it onto our composition. Let's make some further adjustments and some additional texts. And done. We can take it even further by placing it inside a poster mockup like this. Let's open it in Photoshop, drop our poster inside it, and wow. I really don't know how much it can go on with these endless creative possibilities and freedom. But I need to finish the video and this is where I draw the line. But I really hope this got you hyped enough to try out Envato Elements, more so when they are offering the free trial. Be sure to check it out from my link in the description section. And if you like my artwork and my video, please don't forget to share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. That would greatly motivate me to create more videos like this. Well then, I'll see you in the next video and till then, enjoy creating.